Yeah, so I wanted to do a Daredevil review just in case any of you guys are on the fence about watching Daredevil, just because you're like, hey, Daredevil's just some blind idiot superhero, who cares? And maybe the old movie sucked, which it did. But the show's good. The show, I would definitely recommend the show. You got Josh Bernthal in season 2, who is the Punisher, who's from Walking Dead. He played Shane in Walking Dead, which he was a great Shane. If you read the comics, the way Shane and Rick's relationship played out, I thought that character portrayed that particular scenario very, very well. And there's another part in, well, actually, let's just talk about the Punisher in general. So there's like, this is a sort of meter. This is going to be a bar graph. I'm not good enough about editing to actually give you a real bar graph. But here's psychopath, and here's morally good guy. And this is Josh Bernthal's portrayal. This is psychopath. Morally good guy. Throughout the whole season 2, he basically seems like a really, really good guy. Just lost his family and was a little... he seems like a guy that was honestly born from the military, which is what he was. And then he just... There's a scene where he gets... I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a scene where he gets locked into a jail cell, or a cell block, just after stabbing a prison inmate that's the leader of the whole cell block. And then about, I want to say 10 to 15 guys get released from their cell, observe the murder, and see Josh Bernthal, Frank Castle at the end with blood on his shirt. And Josh Bernthal just does this war cry charge where he just goes in and he just starts killing people. And it's so much violence. And like, even when I'm watching, I'm like, I think Frank Castle's going to die here, even though that he was a main character throughout the whole season 2. I wasn't really sure what they were planning to do with him, if he was going to stick around, but it's very, very clear that he is going to stick around. And I know there's another YouTuber that said it, but he's probably going to get his own spinoff. I'm looking forward to it because I think that character deserves a spinoff, like his own show completely. There's Elektra comes back. That's kind of a hard segue, but Elektra comes back from his past. He dated Elektra in college, and they have their own little events that played out, and then they come back when he's dating Karen Page, I think her last name is. I don't remember the actress's name that plays her either. I could probably pull it up on IMDb right now. Let me see if I can. Yes, I can. Karen Page is Deborah Ann Woll. I think she played like a new virgin vampire girl in True Blood. She's not very, I think in True Blood I remember her being somewhat a little slutty. I think everybody was a little slutty in True Blood. I can't remember. I gave up on True Blood after season 3, I think. It just went really far. Don't even watch season 1 and 2, just because you know it's gonna completely tank after that. Where's I going with that? Yeah, she's just a very innocent, sweet girl. Same with Foggy. Foggy's a nice guy. Foggy's still in season 2. So is Vincent D'Onofrio. Okay, I can barely say that guy's last name. Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah. So he's still Kingpin, and he plays a good Kingpin. If anything, I think he's like a little smaller in build compared to the comic book Kingpin, but that's just my opinion. He's there. There's a lot of the fighting and action. Definitely, like from season 1. Season 1 is like right here, and then season 2 is like, let's put it. Frank Castle's here, so we're gonna just make this super violent. And they successfully did so. If I am going to warn you, if you're really, really into choreography and if you intently watch it, you will see like probably a few bad connections. The jail war cry scene I just told you about. you can actually see, like, if you're watching the choreography, this is just really bad headbutt that just, like, clearly didn't make connection with the guy's head at all. Kind of wish they did some camera tricks to, like, kind of hide the fact that that was an obviously fake headbutt. It's still really good. There's probably, if anything, there's probably a little bit of unnecessary, like, flippy kicks. They're just, like, sometimes when I'm watching a flippy kick, I feel like the guy could just kind of grab you and just, like, throw you on the ground while you're doing your, like, sideways spin flip kick. There's a lot of that. Yeah. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. If you don't like Daredevil, watch Daredevil for the Punisher. That's the takeaway. Goodbye.